Welcome back, everyone. Mike Lowe here, and we are jumping into episode 12, I think it is. Yeah, episode 12 of season 2. So we are approaching the last four games of the 2021 season. The Lions have struggled in this franchise, as you probably expect to see. We are using a custom set of Madden sliders, which can be found up on Operation Sports Slider Forum. So if you want to see more details in the settings I'm using, that's the place you can do that. Let's see. Today's game is actually pretty interesting. Again, I mentioned we're in the last month of the season here. Lions will be on the road in Pittsburgh, so there's a chance for some snow. We'll see. But it is a battle of rookie quarterbacks. And before we look at the Steelers quarterback situation, we can look at the Lions because right now we have Nick Escobar, who is our second round pick, third quarterback picked overall. He has thrown just about as many passes as Stafford. He's thrown two more passes, than Stafford. And just kind of giving you the comparison here, I mean, his interception to touchdown interception ratio is in much better shape. Completion percentage a little bit low, but some of that him rolling out, getting away from pressure and throwing the ball out of bounds. There are a lot of those. The yards per game pretty similar. Rating definitely impacted, and the yards per average surprisingly is actually higher than even Stafford right now. So he's been sacked though twice as many times. So kind of an interesting thing there. And I think, again, part of that is he's much more mobile, but I think he's maybe not as mobile as I'm realizing without any of the mobility quirks or attributes or whatever they're called. He doesn't have anything like that. He's a normal depth player. He doesn't have any kind of, X Factor, superstar abilities or anything like that. And so, but, he's been a really, really nice surprise. He's actually been a lot better. I started this guy about midway through the season because I wanted to see what we had in him. Because I didn't know if we would want to be picking a quarterback in the first round. There's really only one difference-making quarterback, it looks like, in this draft. And then for those who have missed that, we can take a quick look. But there you can see he was picked third pick in the second round, Nick Escobar. And he's done a pretty nice job for us so far. If we look at his ratings again, he can move. I mean, if I can move him around up the middle, 81 speed, 91 acceleration, he's able to move around a little bit, which is super nice. And he's progressing really well, I think. As much as you can, I guess, for normal. We've given him a little bit throughout the season of kind of like some extra dev, but he's up to a 73. And so keep that rating in mind here as we look at the Steelers quarterback, who was the second quarterback picked in the draft. And we'll take a look at them here and see what see kind of how all that shakes up here and just kind of the comparison between the two, because the Steelers quarterback is a superstar dev. So let's go in and take a look at the Steelers quarterback here. And then we're going to jump into some gameplay pretty quickly. So Cameron Hopkins was a guy we really liked too. He just didn't fall to us. That third pick, we would have taken him over Nick Escobar, and boy, it would have worked out really, really well. But Cameron Hopkins has started just about all year, as you can see here. 2,600 yards. He's 58% completion, 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. A little low here, not too low here. 22 sacks. So he's played well, and again, you can see why. He has a superstar dev trait, so pretty exciting for them. But he's not quite a match yet in regards to scheme fit. So I'm curious to see if the Steelers will work on his strong arm, archetype here in order to get that to be a scheme fit. I'm hoping they will, because that seems to be like the smarter decision. So. Still drinking my coffee this morning, so it's an early morning stream today for me. So again, you can look at his ratings. Trigger happy but conservative on forcing passes. So again, throwing into coverage could be a problem for him. Definitely doesn't have the mobility that Nick Escobar has, but a very, very nice rookie. His size, 6'5", 227. Really, really nice player. So again, those are that's really going to be the quarterback matchup. And again, as we look at this team, we're 2-10 right now. As we look at, and as you'd expect, right, with a rookie quarterback playing as much as he has, but there's really one quarterback who, heck, I can just show you the whole list here. There aren't a ton, right? Travis Nugent is coming out as like an early second. I'm not crazy about his throw power as far as being like a scheme fit for us. We need a strong arm quarterback for this offense. He's only 5'11". I'm guessing at 225 he's going to be pretty slow. We don't even have him on our draft board. Guys, look at this. This is dire here. There's one dude. That's it, and it's Colin Farley. And so as you look at him, he's a scrambler with A+ throw power. He has the potential to be a very special player. Good size, 6'2", 220, just 21 years old. The ultimate fear, obviously, is that I pick this guy, I take a top 2 or 3 pick on him, and what if he has normal dev trait? Now I got 2 quarterbacks with normal dev trait. I mean, it never hurts to have 2 quarterbacks, but we have a lot of holes. We have a lot of needs on this team. So again, as we look at our draft board, we could really use a guy like Greg Wilkins, a really big pass rush, speed rush guy, 6'5", 272. He's also just 21 years old. Finesse moves, pursuit. He's also a pretty hard hitter, which I don't really care too much about as a defensive lineman, but he looks like a special player. Let's go back to our draft board here. Donovan Reed, I mean, I have him a little bit lower. I think he'll be a very good corner. He's also just 21, but, we have Okuda, so this guy essentially would be a cornerback too, but in the NFL, you're running 3 quarterbacks or cornerbacks most of the time now. We could definitely use an upgrade at safety, even though we do have Tracy Walker. I mean, one of these guys could play free safety, you'd think. So again, he's an option, another 21-year-old, and really the last guy we're probably looking at for that spot would be Pat Christmas, who's a speed rushing linebacker. And again, if I open it up, or if I start going in, which I'm kind of thinking of doing next season, if I go in and start editing some of the position, like if I move this guy to like right end or something, he'd be a scheme fit for the Lions, right? I may start going and doing that for the AI teams. I usually do it in an online league, of course, but I haven't done it for my team because I felt like it was an unfair advantage. But if I go through and take the time to edit the AI teams, that could be an option too. So this guy could be a good pick for us because I don't think Greg Wilkins is going to be a linebacker at 6'5", 272. Pat Christmas could really play either spot, 6'4", 240. He'd be a little bit of an undersized end, but a really nice sized linebacker. I mean, this guy's Isaiah Simmons size, right? So, technically, I think he's 6'4", 238 or something like that. And they're playing him at safety, so I don't know what kind of speed this guy's going to have, but certainly could hold down the linebacker spot. Will Allman is another guy who has early first-round talent. We could definitely use an interior lineman, but I have this guy pretty far down from the others because he's 23, because interior lineman is not really a super impactful position on the field, and it's usually something you can kind of plug a guy in there and do okay with. Mike Powell, Jonathan Stanley are also early first-round guys, but again, we have our first-round pick this year, who's a defensive tackle, Joe Toller. And we have Deshaun Hand, who, even though he's a left end, he's a run-stopping left end. He's about 300 pounds. He's a perfect 4-3 defensive tackle. So we're actually okay here. So these guys are here again. If we have another first-round pick from the Cleveland trade last year, where we traded down. We had the number 3 pick in the draft last year. We moved all the way back to 31, picked up Joe Toller, and we ended up with their first-round pick this year. So I don't think it's going to happen. If one of these guys fall to pick 29 or whatever, I'll take them. We can always use more defensive tackles, so we'd figure something out there. But yeah, there's again, just kind of the quarterback situations really was the focus there of that discussion. But our training for this week, we've pretty simple approach with a rookie quarterback, right? Try to make them beat you. We're going to try to stop the run for them. As you can see there, they like to run a lot up the middle. And on offense for us, it's more just kind of working on stuff, red zone offense, see if we can put up a few more points here. Our last game, was that the game that got cut off? Or no, the last game was ugly. We lost. I streamed the last one. We got a safety late, but we lost. You can see up there, 27-5 to San Francisco. It's not a good game. So Lions are 2-10 though. And really, this is kind of it's a tryout. If Nick Escobar can win these games for the Lions, we're not going to be in a position to draft that rookie quarterback. And so it's really up to him, right? It's up to the digital Nick Escobar here of whether we take this guy, because if he ends up winning, 3 of these last 4 games or something like that, I guess we have 5 games? Yeah, 5 games left, sorry. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sorry, 4 games. If he ends up winning 3 of these 4 games, we probably won't be in a position to pick him. So, and I'm not going to trade up for him. If Nick Escobar can win 3 of these last 4 games, 2 of them on the road, I'm pretty comfortable rolling with him next year and just seeing how it goes. So anyway, we're going to jump in. Again, we are using Broadcast View, All-Madden. The slider details are up on Operation Sports. And now, thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. We're always doing franchise mode sort of stuff here, keeping these modes relevant. To me, these are still the core modes that a game, I think, needs to have as their foundation. We get into football games because we watch the NFL or college football. We get into NFL because we're watching NHL, right? We're not watching kids on the street playing Hut, right? So there's a difference to that, and those modes are cool, but I think it's very important to keep these modes relevant. I'm just scrubbing out today. I'm just pretty much in pajamas at this point. Let's go. Drinking coffee. In a scummy t-shirt. Whatevs. Alright. Heinz Field, I don't see any snow on the ground. It's probably good. We have enough challenges offensively. 4 games left. I would love to finish this weekend. I don't know. It'd be tough. It's hard to get 4 games in 2 days.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
There's Cameron Hopkins. It's like Cordell Stewart out there, number 10.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face.
That's what we want, right? We want Pittsburgh throwing passes like that all day long.
A 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Hopkins.
Nice.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a
3 and out.
turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And I've mentioned before in the stream, I'm trying to win these games. I don't want the first overall pick. I don't want to pay for it. It's a very expensive pick. I know a lot of people, you know, they love the rebuilds and they love, like, I gotta get that first pick. And there are a lot of financial obligations with the number 1 overall pick. Even now, even with the new collective bargaining agreement from a few years ago, it's still, it impacts your salary cap a great deal, especially later on if you extend that player. So I do not want to pick. I'd rather just take one of those top early first round guys that I'd rather pick like 9th or something like that. So that's our goal.
Interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny,
nice play.
the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork.
By the way, Pierre Griffin, also a rookie, 3rd round pick. He is 3rd in the NFL in receiving yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side.
I mean, tell me that's not crazy.
What happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did
closed up there
Yeah,
really quick.
A lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Ooh, oh no.
He lost the football, and it's picked
That happens too much in Madden this year.
and he takes it back to the house.
That guy's open again. It's just waiting too long. So let's see what happened here. Our line got eaten up there. I had the coverage to the right. Yeah, Decker just blew its block. Yeah, I had really all 3 guys opening up here underneath. But not when your left tackle blows the block. Almost wish that could be considered a forward pass, but nope. Yeah, a little bit too much of that, Matt. And again, that's some of that Mutt stuff coming over, right?
And it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive
So,
guy like that.
pretty typical start for the Lions.
Things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, Wilfred?
Yeah, you do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend.
We have 4 times as many yards as they do. 4-1. Yet we're losing. Go figure. Oh, got sucked into that.
The playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete.
Ooh.
Too much contact to hold on.
I needed that.
And it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Boy, if I didn't do a possession catch, that might have been a touchdown. Just want to make sure you caught it.
Down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away.
I had a throw opening, but again, on 1st down, I didn't want to risk it. I believe it was 12. Like, going to spring open right here in that zone coverage, but I felt that pressure on the right, and I was afraid. I thought he was going to get to me, and I was afraid to throw it because it would have been a dead duck pass. And if I threw it out to that tight end there on the right, I mean, you know he's getting tackled for a loss. But I'm glad to see I could actually finally run away from someone. I wouldn't have gone anywhere, but I mean, Stafford, that would have been a sack. So.
He's able to step up in the pocket and fire one down for a really good strike.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
Ooh, tripped over a dead body.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 10 carries, 56 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
All right, Bo Scarborough time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's our game plan here, red zone offense. See if we can get some blocks. Nope.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run with Swift. Able to get a couple here, but won't
Back
get
to the one.
across the plane as they stop it right around the one. 2 straight shots on the ground, now on third.
Philip Lindsay. We've tried everyone else.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second...
That he's going to
Finally.
take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
Philip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Able to punch it in.
That's a good drive, responding up to the fumble return touchdown.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's counter. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. His big Trey Flowers.
By the way, this is using slider set version 1.11. Again, Operation Sports where they're at. It did increase the AI pass blocking.
Here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock.
That was a good coverage sack there.
And how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week.
Oh my gosh, he got sacked. So they told us a few stats about the Steelers game last week. He was sacked 7 times, he threw 3 picks, and they couldn't run the ball. Those are some of the nuggets they've told us so far.
Interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Hopkins.
Oh my gosh, that was my zone.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Counter.
Ooh, good.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Still 1st and 10 now.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the gun, a give to Counter. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They'll need to get this to the
underneath coverage here.
That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Tighter coverage underneath. You run the risk, but again, a younger quarterback doesn't have a great arm yet, or doesn't have great accuracy. You play underneath a lot more.
It's so important to tackle well on these receivers.
In All-Madden, you have to make some adjustments like that on defense. I mean, you'll get eaten alive.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll look to throw here. They'll find Lindsey here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Try to run away from that blitz here.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversion,
I'm gonna try that play action point shot again.
Every time you face it, how about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two teams all tied after one.
I'm telling you, Nick Escobar, so far, he just seems better than his ratings. Whereas Stafford played way worse than his rating.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here we go on second and 12. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Pick off.
And it'll be intercepted.
Not a good throw.
Picked off by Justin Lane. And a big turnover there.
Overthrew that one.
Guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do.
Oh, that was Marquise Goodwin. I thought that was Galladay. I wouldn't have thrown that.
They'll react.
That's right. Galladay's over the middle in that formation. That's my bad. Damn. Galladay is wide open underneath, but when I saw the single coverage up there, thinking it was Galladay, I wanted to take a shot. But yeah, I should hit Galladay underneath there, obviously.
At least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Hey, what's up, Leezy? Good question. So how are we doing this Zoom? So if you look up, I go over in detail in the very first video of this. So if you look on this YouTube channel, the very, like, season 1 of this series, episode 1, it's like literally the first thing I do is I show you how to do it. There's also a post up on Operation Sports that kind of goes into some detail. If you just went to Operation Sports or Google and just typed in like broadcast view or something like that, there was an article up there. But yeah, it is awesome. Highly recommend it.
And the Lions he's going
Let
with
me get
an
the ball
extra
back here.
DB
2 turnovers there. Quarterback
down.
fumble, interception so far.
Off the play fake. Hopkins.
Ooh.
It is incomplete.
Take it.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
It is PS4. Yeah, this is a PS4 Pro.
40% on third down for offenses.
Got the PS5 on pre-order though. Be picking it up in less than 4 weeks now.
Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Continuing this franchise, maybe starting a new one, but probably continuing this one. It's fun so far.
Hands first and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished
That's a good run. It's one of the benefits of having a highly rated running back. You'll get some good falls like that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second.
Yeah, let's sit there and cover 2. But I don't mind running against that.
They go back to the ground,
especially when there's a hole like that. Little cut back there.
47 here. 9 yards to pick up there.
Huge hole.
That's a first down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Jeez. Bad setup there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise.
Yeah, Gleazy, that's what I'm talking about. So it's like a way of using player locks, like I did on that play. You kind of like go into the short version of it is you go into player lock, and you come out of player lock, and it just does it automatically. But use it in practice mode for sure, because it takes some getting used to, especially with like plays where you have a receiver in motion and stuff like that, because the camera. Oh, come on. The camera will continue to zoom even if there's players in motion. So like on those motion plays, you have to really know the route well. Yeah, I guess we'll accept it. We're at safety him right here though. It'll continue to zoom, and so you have to kind of snap it as soon as you come into that view.
On the run is Connor.
Get it?
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
The receiver out there.
On second down, it's Connor, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
The Lions offense, they get ready.
So I'll give you the gist of it here, right? So I'm going to hit L3 twice. First off, you have to pick a player, right? So I'm going to click Galladay, L3 twice, L3 twice again, and it does that. And you can do everything else. You can let it zoom in to where you want. Pretty straightforward.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Ooh, just couldn't get around him. But that's why I like that speed threshold at 70, because I don't think I should just be able to run outside and just, you know, just blast something for a 20-yard run every time.
Talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ooh, the blitz.
It's Lindsay, and he'll get this one across midfield.
Can't get the run game going today. It's like a zone, but pretty good at masking it. So X and O, if it's a zone, could be open. Man. Or no, it was zone. I'm just kidding. Looks like Galladay, man, for a second. Edelman's hurt. We got a flag. Oh. Yeah, at the slider set, you will see penalties. They're part of the game.
It's too bad, isn't it?
3rd and 16. Gonna throw a screen again here. Keep this game close. I think we can beat these guys. Keep it close. Oh man, another hold. Actually, that could be roughing the passer. Ooh, oh it is. We'll take it. We will take that. Edelman's hurt. It's also 35.
Talk about 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Look for Galladay here. If not, we'll have Griffin coming underneath.
And they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Could also have the rookie Sherrills here underneath.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Yeah, Galladay's gonna catch that most times on one-on-one.
25 yards that time.
Especially in the slot, where a lot of times he'll have a lower corner on him.
Yeah, these one-handed catches.
So I want to try to eat up some of this clock here. Ideally, of course, we'll go into the half 14-7, but
And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5.
so Swift's running a lot better. I've talked before on other streams, you know, really pay attention. It's one of the reasons why I like to have different backs in different sets. Because you'll have one back that just, you know, just seems to just perform better.
And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother
They
it.
just have a little bit of a better day, it seems. And it seems like that's Swift so far today.
And they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Boy, Galladay's in the open over the middle here. Well, maybe not.
Escaping the pressure right.
Give him a block. Jeez. Come on, Swift.
On the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept
Swift
his
picks
eyes
up that block. That's a touchdown.
He finally ran out of time and room, but I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he,
To the goal line, but
oh, he
it's
dropped it.
incomplete.
Damn.
That was
I thought that was going to be
touchdown
a
if
pick.
he could have hung on. Instead,
I'm going
it
to
was
take the
a
points here on the
one-time
road for
collision to
sure.
draw that one free.
Look at that replay really quick. That was a tight window. I can't believe he actually got it in there. Wasn't really anything I was comfortable. Galladay had a lot of guys around him, so there's a little window right there, but I really shouldn't have thrown that. But it got to him. That's what shocked. I thought he actually caught it. If he had a better catch and traffic rating, that was a touchdown. Wow. I'm amazed that ball got in there. That's why it's important to have A+ throw power. when you're scouting quarterbacks.
And his kick is indeed good.
But yeah, that block though, we missed a block down in that second down play when I scrambled. And Swift had just kind of had a little bit football awareness. If Madden had a little bit better football awareness, that guy would have anticipated me rushing and would have had that last block. We would have scored.
Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So far, our defensive game plan has worked out well.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit.
This is such a nice change in All-Madden actually being able to stop the run right now. Not usually the case.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Hopkins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Hopkins.
Damn.
It's brought in by Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Good dude.
And that is incomplete.
Nice play.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's
Got shoulders, dang man.
Have to give some credit to the defender
My
on
coach's
that
shoulders are for real.
Got a great break on the ball and able to force that
He
incompletion.
hits the gym.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Ooh, thank goodness. I had to let him go. Stay in my zone.
The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles. But
I remember who got ball first. Oh yeah, we did, because we fumbled very, very early. So we'll get ball at the half. So we got 3 timeouts. We'll try to put something together here.
Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a
Big one's got some speed too. That was a little more accurate.
And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Thanks.
Well, so far in this drive, they've
Wrong
done some
button
good
there.
work. They force incompletions on
Lucky.
1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10.
All right.
That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions. And that
There's a blitz coming off the left here. Shift that to the left. Keep Hawkinson in the block, so I don't really need him here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
No!
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they came up.
Yeah, we're definitely blitzing. It did come from the left there. You can see that corner, but I mean, my gosh, Decker today just playing terrible. Simple coverage everywhere. Yeah, Decker's getting just owned. It's like another reason why I would love to not have to pick another quarterback so early.
Have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Nifty move. Runs through the contact. So a change.
Plenty of other holes to fill.
And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter
REA there in coverage from the Penn State Nittany Lion.
to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Hopkins, and his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
Defense playing the best game of the year.
They'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage.
Actually, I tried to throw that back shoulder, but man just doesn't really let you do that all that well.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing deep for Galladay.
Got him.
That's caught inside
There's
the
a flag.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Taylor Decker, man, he's just having a bad game today.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the
Dang,
way.
dude.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play.
He's in the zone. We kind of watch the left-hand side on this play.
After the penalty.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's
I think it's just sitting in the zone. I'm going to run this verticals on him.
Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
They're in zone again.
Get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, that's a terrible throw, man.
Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka.
He's wide open.
And he's able to get
Escobar's got to make a better throw. Did he have pressure on him or what? He was wide open. Watch Galladay, far left there. It's in between a little cover two. I mean, that ball is just... Man, he had a little pressure, but damn, dude. I mean, I tried to throw that to the sideline. Yikes, man.
Second interception for him now here in this first
He has 3 turnovers this half.
I think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a
great field position again, too.
That's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
Giving them points here. So our quarterback's essentially going to be giving them at least 10 points this half.
I mean, that just didn't happen. On first down, Hopkins. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped.
All right, take a field goal.
15-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Hopkins.
Oh my gosh.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Unbelievable that we're going to go into halftime losing this game.
As the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are going to
2 picks, fumbled by the quarterback.
For good reason, quarterbacks
Playing like a rookie today. And they get the ball, so.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Thomas. Now a hit.
Oh my God.
And it's picked up by the
Give him another
Steelers.
3 points. Oh my God, you guys.
So even though it's first
Wow.
down, here's the field goal unit on now.
4
to try to
turnovers
get
this
3
half.
before halftime.
All by
On the
rookies.
left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves
Hey, this series is called The Same Old Lions.
17-10.
It's living up to its name. Is that not the most Lions end of a half you've ever seen? There's still 1 second. I'm sure we can still fumble again.
Second to go in the half as this one is away.
Oh my gosh.
So
Brutal.
we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on
It's
the
making me
scoreboard.
sad.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins.
In the game.
2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Kenny Stills, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back.
Literally giving them this win. We've outplayed them for sure, but they have out-opportunityed us, if that's the word. They've been more opportunistic for sure. Oh, we get the ball. Okay, I thought they did. Oh, at least we got that going. I wouldn't have pushed it. See, at the end of the day, it was just bad coaching. Man, unreal. Really unreal.
They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing
The Swift's running a lot better today.
well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to
An
start the
eligible
second
man,
half.
probably on the center.
He's going to get
Seems to get
forward
called
for
a lot
about
this
5,
year.
but that may
No,
be
hold
coming
it.
back. What say you,
Oh, yes,
Mr.
Taylor
Referee?
Decker. Yep. He's gotten
That hold
destroyed
coming
on 2
from the
plays,
left side
2
of the
holdings
line.
today.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on
Brutal,
that
man.
one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Flag
Free
comes in.
play.
This might be a free play. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the
We're going
backfield.
to try and cut it back and see if we can make a big play.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They run out of the gun.
No, dude, cut down.
He stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Just can't get that acceleration going through. Had a big lane to run, too. No, it's pretty realistic. He got around his block. I guess it wasn't as big of a lane as I thought. Definitely had room to run, though. Damn.
The season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
No, we're going to take a shot. Just see if something opens up.
So it's 3rd
Oh, boy.
and long, and defensively,
Big
not a
old
big
blitz.
surprise there in the dime.
Oh, good D.
And that will be
Damn.
incomplete. The
8 of
Bears are gonna
20.
come up
Come
empty
on.
this first drive of the 2nd half. Still down.
See if I had a better option there, but I think I did. He was the first guy that sprung open. Yeah, Goodwin. Yeah, I guess the guy at his back. Maybe Goodwin was a better look there. Damn.
By that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Oh, what a move. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now.
Yeah, our
to get
defense
set
keep
for
playing.
their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down, Hopkins.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty
Our
well.
offense is literally giving them all 17 of their points.
And get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
A nice return there of 11.
Gotta get things going here.
A good punt. And that will come
But the best player in offense
take over.
has been DeAndre Swift so far, so I want to keep with him. Keep giving him some touches.
Last time, see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you gotta feel there's a sense
been a hard time blocking Hayward today.
Right now, but they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure the block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Can't get anything going on offense
there. A little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground here with Counter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. Hopkins. He'll get that one complete to Counter. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, Hopkins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up.
We're just going to run it here.
I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, Connor. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football.
This is by far our best defensive game, but
got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the
penalties, turnovers on offense.
You think those guys will get along very well right now?
You new face mask there?
Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now they just go deep in case. Run that safety off at least.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Jeez, man, their breaks on the ball are just so fast.
It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. his man Griffin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Damn.
Down to the
Close.
25.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest.
How was that only a 2-yard run?
It was enough to get them a first down, and it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Tight window there, but glad to come down with that one.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And
That might have been the game plan coming into play there. Yeah, red zone focus for offense.
Growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because
So rookie to rookie there, ties it up.
games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game,
Can beat these guys. Our defense has shut them down all day.
Valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
17-17 the score.
We weren't beating ourselves in the first half so often.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11.
He's playing really well with these Tigers, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Blitz here.
All things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had
Oh,
against
God, I
them.
don't know who I am.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 3rd down, Hopkins.
Come on, man. That's he's so open, Okuda. Well, it's about time they put something together. What happened on that play? I had people run all over the field, but it looks like we were set. Kudus, oh yeah, he's got turned around. That's a good route. Just got turned around. And man, not a lot of wiggle room today when we're turning the ball over like we have.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now away after the touchdown.
Thomas. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right
I had to really wait for that one to develop.
Starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. Swift. It's
Come on, dude.
And off he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Take that.
DeAndre Swift. His third touchdown now on the year.
Yeah, he's had a good game today.
The Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh,
good way to respond there.
Goes.
Well, can they put another touchdown drive together?
Nothing separating these
I don't-
two sides. 24
I don't think they can.
It's
It's not making them.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Hopkins. Ebron caught left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert.
Ooh, that's a good play if they wanted
On
it.
3rd down, Connor, and he's going to have the first down
Oh,
yardage
come
to the
on.
35.
Can't
Got
stop.
what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's
Had
the
a
way
nice
your
catch.
teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
Oh,
so it's not
gosh.
that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll wind up giving
Picking
this
us apart
one
now.
all the way down inside the 20.
Had a nice fourth quarter.
Good pickup there, 26 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That's the hair keep on, I remember.
Those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting wrapping two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
I think we sell out on the run here.
Tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Again, it's Connor.
Oh, nice play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
All right, going conservative there, but glad we tackled him.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
The definitely
It's a game, though.
pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. But they're helping too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Bad throw, man.
Lucky to get
Holy
away
cow.
with one there. That one nearly picked.
What am I doing?
Down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement.
And hit behind the line.
Are you kidding me?
The football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
How did they get to him so quick?
Football, and will take over at the
5 turnovers for us. 3 fumbles. How on earth? Dude, 97. Hayward is just destroying us today. How is that a fumble, not an incomplete? Yeah, borderline. Might as well. Can I challenge it? Anything? No. No, that's game. That's a bummer. There's so many chances to win.
On first down, it's Connor, and he'll get about 5 here. So he'll take this down inside the 20-yard
Gotta hold me the
line.
field goal though.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop
There's
like
Brown.
that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at
Oh,
the
we're gonna
15.
go for this.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And he'll have the first down,
Come
getting this
on.
to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hopkins.
Pick it, pick it.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
It's amazing that we still have a shot to win this game. 5 turnovers, 2 picks, 3 fumbles, 4 of them by our quarterback.
Excellent question because
Their quarterback's had a really nice second half.
It's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So out now come the Lions. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Oh,
and
boy.
for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
There's Goodwin. That's the play I missed earlier.
And they get him down,
Let's
but
go.
not before he
Let's
takes
go.
it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Zone is zone.
Smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. They did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down.
Come on, man. There's a dude in the vicinity. It's so bad how they call these.
In the pocket, chucked it away.
I mean, I was definitely just trying to throw it away, but come on. I mean, that just killed our chances.
You are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Griffin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete.
Oh, pass interference.
Flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on
Oh,
third down.
what a huge call.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from
I mean, I actually don't want to score too soon here, but
First and goal and most likely 4-down territory.
guess we still have to
They
try
need a
every down,
touchdown
right?
and the PAT for the lead. They'll run forward with both
He's
Scarborough.
in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
But oh boy, we gotta play some defense now.
His second touchdown on the season. And now if they convert the extra point, the Lions will have the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something
Steelers
that
got
you have pointed
lionized
out in
so bad
numerous
on that
games
play.
we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense?
They got 3 timeouts. All they need is a field goal. Our defense has not played well in the fourth quarter.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now the Steelers down 31-30, and time a huge factor. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down.
56.
He's back to throw.
Boy, had me beat there.
But it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver.
Good shot, guys. Come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look
Screen
to
pass.
throw. Screen pass to Connor.
Oh my god. I was so worried about letting him get by me that he got by me.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go.
Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
That should not stop the clock.
Bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, it's 2 down territory, or 4 down territory for sure, so.
From the gun, Hopkins. Oh, there's
There's some bounds, we'll take that.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here, he's back to throw.
Oh, wow, he was wide open. That's game. Lions are going to win it somehow.
And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
He was so open on that play. What a crazy game.
They can stop the clock twice. This one's not
Whew.
quite over yet.
Oh, it's going to take a 3rd down conversion loss, but that's okay. This game is definitely over.
Meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off
Ooh,
time.
boy.
Blitz them, put pressure
What
on
a
them, make sure that
crazy
play ends
win.
quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they will take it.
Game. Lions win their 3rd of the year. They matched their 2020 total. Yay.
To me, that's the
2 clock.
only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that
Good
comeback?
fake. I'm not in there. Oh, damn. I forgot it doesn't run it down when you pick a kick. So. But hey, we'll take the win. Putting the controller down. It's vibrating. It's moving on my couch right now. It's kind of funny. Steelers will drop to 6 and 7, so I think their quarterback outplayed ours today, especially when you look at the turnovers. But we got the win. And as I said before, I don't want the first pick, so I'll take that. I want to be winning. I want Cleveland to be losing. I'd like those 2 picks to be closer together, honestly. We have Cleveland's first-round pick, so.
Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys,
Whew.
we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift, man, player of the game for us.
And that got it done in this one.
Oh my God, what the hell? How did we win that game?
As they move to 3 and 10 on the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6 and 7.
Let's see what in the hell happened in this game. So we put up offense. Our defense played. I mean, it's just an exceptional first half. Most of those points were our offense giving them points. Rushing game, huge difference. Held their run game in check. That was ugly right there, the turnovers. 3rd down was another huge thing. Penalties look good today. It's nice to see. Very nice to see. Yeah, as you can see here, Cameron Hopkins definitely outplayed. He played really well, actually, especially in the second half. Looks like he'll be a good one. Nick Escobar, I mean, just the interceptions were killer. The one was just a terribly inaccurate pass. The guy was open. The other one, I don't remember the first one, but so a good comparison there. If we look at their running, James Conner held in check today. Thank goodness. DeAndre Swift, though, great day. Great day. He'll be back next year for sure. Philip Lindsay won't be. I'm not going to be re-signing him. Too much money. Don't want to sink too much money in the running back spot at all. Huge run there on third down for Marquise Goodwin in this game. A couple carries from Bo Scarborough, but he punches in the game-winning touchdown when it mattered. Let's see, Lions receiving, Griffin with 6. Galladay, quiet today, but he did have a long catch. 54 yards on 2 catches. Edelman, a nice catch, but got hurt. Drops, Goodwin. Coleman, that's weird. Should not showing that, but let's see how the Steelers looked, especially with drops. Ebron had 1, bunches, and Gentry, so a few drops. Some of them were in coverage though. Ebron 70 yards, no touchdowns. Smith-Schuster 73. We'll take that. That's not too bad. James Washington had a nice day for them. They gave up a lot of sacks. That was part of it. Becker played terrible today. Really, really bad. We had 4 sacks again. Our pass rush has been really solid this year. Only 2 passes defended. They had a bunch. Cameron Hayward is just, he was ridiculous today. They also had 4 sacks. But hey, Lions get the win, 31-30. Don't care at this point. I want some W's. I want to get out of that top 3. I don't want to have back-to-back top 3 picks. It just really impacts your salary cap. So the more we can do that. And actually, we didn't have the 3rd pick last year. I'm sorry, we traded it. So that's one of the reasons. A lot of updates here, a lot of upgrades. So, but we're going to be stopping there. So again, 3 games left in the season. Lions are 3-10 at this point. You know, looking to win as many of those as we can. So, and as I mentioned before, Nick Escobar, the story is really him fighting for a job. You know, he didn't play great, but the team did win. You know, it's going to be a tough call. I truly, part of me is kind of hoping that when we pick that quarterbacks off the board, it's going to make life a lot easier. But if he's there, it's going to be hard to pass on him. So, again, that's kind of the theme here as we head towards the offseason soon with these Lions, who obviously are not making the playoffs again this year. So, but I appreciate you guys checking out the stream. It's been really fun. I may try to stream another game later today. But I'm Mike Lowe. You can find me on Twitter at MikeLowe47. You can check out these sliders and all the game settings that I'm using in this franchise on Operation Sports. And if you have questions, you can post here in the YouTube channel, on OS, on Twitter, wherever you want. So I'm happy to talk. And again, the whole idea of this, just bringing franchise players together and trying to get the most out of these games like we have been over the years. So I appreciate you guys checking this out and for the support. So and for the subscriptions, getting a lot more subscriptions on YouTube, which is awesome to see. So I super appreciate that. So thanks again, everyone. I'll see you next time.